Hey, it's Karen from Liongate Farm, and today I'm going to teach you a nifty way to make these little jellyfish. We're going to concentrate particularly on how to make this portion. All right, so join me. Let's have a good time. Okay, so today we're going to make, and I know there's a lot of these out there, but I'm going to show you a cool way to make these. A little jellyfish. You can hang him on. I know there's somebody out there getting ready to make jellyfish because I talked to her on the phone. Forgive me that I don't remember your name, but it was a good conversation. I'm going to show you how to make these nifty little jellyfish, except I'm going to use some longer locks than these. So I'm going to use some of the Mosham locks. So first, I'm going to show you how to make your felting surface. So you need a dryer ball. I saw this somewhere online, and I thought, oh, that's a cool idea. And then just a piece of fabric, cotton fabric. And you're going to cover your dryer ball. I know this is kind of crazy. We're making a felting surface. And then I just have a piece of cotton string that I tie around this. And I'm going to tie a bow. I suppose if you ever wanted to recycle your dryer ball, you could. But man, this is the coolest method for making like little nests or jellyfish or anything that needs to be round. So mushrooms would work this way. Anything would work this way. So then you're gonna need a little piece of wire. I use this to make the hanger. You'll need fishing line. This is gonna be, I'm using the color called Water by DHG. This is gonna be our cap. And then I have a 1/2 ounce of Mosham locks here. I am not going to need a 1/2 ounce, maybe a 1/4 ounce. So these are in the shop too, in liongate.org or liongate.farm.com, whichever one you want to go to. So you need some, that's all you need to make this jellyfish. Easy peasy. Today's video is going to be quick. It's a good thing because Karen is tired. I've been lambing. I have Psycho Mom out there. And too late, I realized she was Psycho Mom last time. So hopefully, everything works out okay. She just is hating her lambs right now. She loves them. She hates them. She loves them. She hates them. They're cute as a button. She's got a boy and a girl. So you need to decide how deep you want your jellyfish to be. It's pretty shallow down the dryer ball, but it doesn't start out that way because remember your wool shrinks as you felt it, just like when you're doing wet felting. So I'm just going to wrap a piece around. So basically we made a round felting surface. It makes delicious sounds. Everybody loves that sound. Because we're not very thick at this point yet. So we're just going to stab this into a bowl shape. And just like using your wool pad, because that's what we're doing, only it's a round wool pad. And it's nice and firm. I bet that you could wet felt balls of different sizes to use like as a resist. It's as a shape maker. But this is so easy. I can't even remember where I saw it. Might have been Pinterest. I was cruising around. Pinterest is dangerous for me. I get way too many ideas and there's not enough time in the day. Although Cannon thinks that I have lots of free time. Don't you, Cannon?
I said that one time.
I know, and you're never going to live it down. I invite Cannon to spend a day with me on the farm. Yeah. I was in the barn at 5 this morning. Checking. She didn't lamb until like 9. Maybe 8:30. And then she's been Psycho Girl ever since. She straightened out last time. So I didn't lamb last year. If I would have lambed last year and it would have happened last year, I would have remembered. But remember, I fell on my head, so things get kind of fuzzy. And then I couldn't find my note sheet because it's been a year. It's been over a year. I have all my records and I'm like, oh, because I make notes, you know, about what happens. So I know what to expect for next time because they're kind of creatures of habit, apparently. And yeah, I went back after she started behaving this way. I went back and looked. I remembered what pen Psycho Mom was in last time. And I remembered that it was a ram lamb. And I had very few ram lambs. So I flipped to my ram lamb page. And there was her name. And I went, oh no. But it'll work out, I hope, with minor injuries. She's just a little snot. The lambs, however, are beautiful. They're both white, beautiful fleece. Beautiful fleece. The ram lamb was 18 pounds and the ewe lamb was 15 pounds. And she had zero trouble lambing. Although I'm suspecting it's a hormonal thing. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so now I'm going to peel this off for a minute. And I'm just going to turn it inside out. Like that. And then that is going to allow us to work the inside. It's kind of crazy. I don't know why I never thought of this before. And when I saw somebody do it, I was like, oh my gosh, that is awesome. Let's just... You will find that the dryer ball is somewhat unforgiving. Like you're not able... You know what, Cannon? I discovered that my Meetup Monday people love those as well.
The Andes mints.
Yes. So I guess I'm going to have to stock them. But you know what time of year it is? The best time of year. Cadbury. Yeah, Cadbury mini eggs.
Oh, yeah.
My absolute... I just ordered 5 pounds on Amazon.
Oh, wow. Think I'll get some from you?
You think I'm going to share? No way. I don't even share those with John. But he got 5 pounds of jelly beans because he keeps eating my display jelly beans out of my glass jar. I'm like, hey, those are just for looks. And he goes, nah, they're for eating.
So, what else is good as those peanut M&Ms with the peanuts inside of them?
Just regular peanut M&Ms?
Yeah. Those are good.
I didn't know you liked those.
They have a lot of chocolate on them, so they're good.
Yeah. Cadbury mini eggs are my absolute favorite candy on the planet.
No, they're definitely...
Call them CMEs. That's what we've always called them. It's Cadbury. See how it's shrinking down? Cadbury mini egg season. Not the creamy Cadbury eggs. Ick. The little tiny candy covered ones. They're kind of like M&Ms. They just smell good too. Today marks the beginning of guest house season. First guests of the year arrive. My guest house is sporadic. It's mostly March through October, and then it takes a break. So I spent yesterday refreshing it. I did not, however, get to the windows. So you can see we're just stabbing away, making this into one. We will deal with the edges in a minute or in 5 minutes. But we want this to be somewhat felted, not soft, because it's your outer jellyfish shell. But just like when you're doing flat work, you just keep flipping it. Can't you see how easy this would be to make a mushroom, a big mushroom? But now I'm feeling like I need to make some other shapes. What else has been going on? I have 4 lambs so far. 2 singles, 1 set of twins. Singles are fine with me, because I'm in it just to make fiber seeds. I want lots of white, and so far all I have is white. Ear tags become very important because you can't tell them all apart after so long. Now, I don't know if I told you guys, was the big guy born last week when we filmed?
I think so.
He was 22 pounds, the biggest lamb I've ever had. He's a beefcake. And he's so full of himself. So it's an A year, so we need some A names. I like Artemis. I don't like to name them until they're a couple days old to make sure they're going to be viable. My skinny sheep had her baby, and I'm glad that she's doing good. So once you get it going pretty good, you can take it off. And we're going to work it around now. So I can still see daylight through the top of this, so we will have to add some more up there. Kenny gets to take home a loaf of sourdough bread today. You do have a bread knife now, I know that.
That's right.
Will it make it home?
The loaf of bread?
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to make it home.
I'm just checking. I gave one to somebody and it didn't even make it to their house. She's like, I ate it in the car. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
I would do that if I was hungry, but I think I can wait. It's best with a little bit of butter on there.
A little bit of butter. Mm-hmm.
Maybe like 6 seconds in the microwave.
Personally, I like it as avocado toast.
Well, that would be good.
It's delicious. That's my personal way. I don't eat a lot of it. I make it for John because John is gluten intolerant, but he can tolerate sourdough bread because it is fermented. So we went out to Cave Junction on Sunday morning. Oh yeah, you want to hear my biggest mistake ever? So we are planning a new garden. I think I showed you the picture for in front of the wedding venue. And we needed those big rusty wheels, wagon wheels.
Yeah.
Well, I actually found a big rusty wagon for cheaper than you could buy 2 wheels. They had 42-inch wheels. So I made a deal with the guy that we would come out on Sunday morning forgetting it was time change day. So I made our appointment for 8. So it was really 7. And then I had to break the news to John that, oh yeah, it's Sunday. It's your day off. We're going to have to get up and leave the house by 6:15 to get where we're going. But I told him I would take him to breakfast at Taylor's. Have you been there?
Of course. In Cave Junction?
Have you been there for breakfast?
No.
It's so good.
Really? Wow.
It was delicious. So I called my father. We picked him up on the way. And we all had breakfast at Taylor's. And it was a good thing we had guys to pick that thing up and put it on the trailer. But now I have my wheels. We can use the other parts. We can use the other parts in other parts of the garden. So I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing, but I'm folding this edge inward. You know, I'm just felting along, not telling you what I'm doing. But I'm folding this edge in to make it a little bit thicker. These would be great on a mobile. I am very excited about my wheels, though, because that was like the main focal point of the gardens. So you're just going around, and you know, you don't want to, you want it to be pretty even. We are going to poke it down a little bit. you see how fast these are? These are really quick. I am going to be dyeing some more long locks this week, and I could conceivably make jellyfish kits. It's just that they're so personal as to what color. I wouldn't know the most popular colors to do. It's really whatever you want to do. So you see I've got this. I can see daylight through here, so I'm going to add some more into the crown here because I want this to be sturdy because I'm going to thread a wire through it. The piece I added is about the size of a 50-cent piece. You can see it's getting thicker, so it's good. I also, when I'm poke up towards the center. I like the insides of these to look as good as the outsides. When I was a kid, we were on a beach in Florida, and so many man-o-wars had washed up on the beach. And you know, you can't step on those because they sting. So many, like thousands and thousands. They were blue. I'll never forget it.
Wow.
I was like 11. I remember it very well. But they were so fascinating because you wanted to pick them up. That was also the trip where I put these shells in my pockets. Turned out they were hermit crabs.
Oh my God.
Because we would go down in the camper, you know, we would travel in our motorhome, and from Michigan to Florida, that's what we would do. And I had put all these shells in my pockets, and in the middle of the night, woke up and they were on the screen door. The little crabs were trying to get out.
Yeah, they climb up.
Yeah, they do. It was hilarious. Making this weird noise woke everybody up. I ended up keeping 3 of them for years.
Oh, wow.
Get them new shells. I had them in an aquarium. They were pretty cool. Anyways, I don't know if that was legal or not, but I did it.
They sell them at the pet store for like $3.
Well, that was a long time ago. A long time ago. So this is ending up about a 1/2 inch thick here on the edge. This spot's a little thinner. Doesn't need to be perfect. Remember, only you know what it's supposed to look like. So I like to poke this a little bit flat, so it's not perfect dome. Now, you have this little wire. I cut just a little 6-inch piece of wire, and I'm going to thread it up through the center. And then I'm going to thread it back down. You know, I never made a jellyfish before this. Everybody I know has made jellyfish except for me. So, if you guys have already made jellyfish, I'm sorry, but I had to make a jellyfish when I saw this method. Okay, so I brought the wire back down to center. I found center. And I am going to bring it down to where it's teeny weeny. I just want a little hook. And I'm going to twist it. So I have this little tiny hook here. That's where my thing is going to go, my And then I actually spread it out like this on purpose. I'm leaving this in here because it helps give our jellyfish a little bit of stability. That's where I'm going to thread my fishing line through to hang him up. But I'm also going to camouflage it a little bit. I suppose you could thread your fishing line and pull it tight. I just want to make sure I have a hanger. Because or you could probably just go through your jellyfish if you didn't want to use wire. You didn't have to. But I like to put some wire in there, just a tiny bit. I'm going to cover it up a little bit. And then all that's left to do is add the locks. So you want, look at that. That's got some sparkle in it. There's sparkle everywhere. All right. So kind of figure out how many you want. I think that is way too many. These Mosham locks are fantastic. I'm being picky about which ones I use. I am using about 8 locks. And I'm going to start by poking them in. And I'm just going to go around, kind of like in a spiral. I might add some in the center. I really like the color of this lock. I think I want that at the bottom though. So you can check your work and see how it's coming. So I'm pretty much poking them around like where I said that 50-cent piece size of the center was. I'm probably going to need just a couple more. Put 2 there. You guys know what's coming next, right? Remember that 50-cent piece size. I'm going to add a little bit more fiber. This will hold those locks in. You know, I know there's a million different ways people can make jellyfish, but this is the way. I think we need another one over there. I'm being picky. So it does look like it's taking me about 1/4 of an ounce for this size jellyfish. Get in there, get under my fiber. So I'm using that extra fiber that I added to hold the locks in. You could fill this all the way in if you wanted. You don't need to. Besides, we need them nice and light. And now we have a little bit of fiber here to work in that came through. And today's video is super short. I like him. Look at this guy, Cannon. He's all done. He just needs his fishing line, which is over there. All right, so I'm just threading my little piece of fishing line in, and I'm going to tie it in a knot. I use 15-pound test for almost everything. Not very many things would take more than 15-pound test. And then you can make this as long as you want it. And there we have it. We have a very fun jellyfish. Oh, look at them together. How fun is this? It's like a baby and mom. Thanks for joining me today because we made these fun jellyfish. You can see what a difference it makes if you use the short locks. Like these are coming up in the sale. They're called Hummer or Hummingbird. And then, or if you use these long Mosham locks, or Wensleydale locks, and I am dyeing more of these this week. So these are available in liongate.org. Now, you guys make sure you like the video, click like, follow us, share us, and enter our contest on the website, liongate.org. Click on the contest link and click contest, but you have to be subscribed to our YouTube too. So, see you next time.